Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This store is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Get signed up for their email distribution list to find out when the store will be opening, what their hours will be, and most importantly, what they will have in inventory at abvbarrelshop.com. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebartogo.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for July 3rd. Yeah, it's the day before the holiday, and we're mailing it in tomorrow, too. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Miss Beka Sue, along with our special guests, Joe Ferrara, Heidi Fosnot, and Danny Kennard.
Hello.
Hey there.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, today we're mailing it in. We're on a 5th show on a Friday night right now. Freddie Mills is possibly here.
Yep.
You got the thumbs up that Freddie Mills is in fact here. And we're just going to be mailing it in. We're just going to be talking about literally whatever we want. Before we do that, though, and before we get into small talk, can I convince anyone to take a shot with me?
I'm in.
Goes in.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. What are we doing a shot of?
Literally, I'd probably do that old faux, that really old bottle of yours.
Yeah.
All right, but we're not. This is not the cork pops. I'm not going to open up
This
that
is not
bottle
a
yet.
cork pop.
Okay.
We're just taking a shot.
So I forgot to bring in another bottle.
You're trying to bring up Freddie Mills.
Can we do a 9-ounce shot?
Don't tell me.
No.
You can. I couldn't.
But we'd prefer that you stay with us for longer than tonight.
Yeah, you told us earlier you were in the basement. We want you to get upstairs. So
Yes.
I don't think Misty can help you with that.
We don't
No,
want.
she cannot.
We don't want
No,
Misty to
maybe.
be upset.
You
Okay, this is our
That's
4th of
nice.
July mailing it in shot to start off a show. Cheers.
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 Fantastic. This is a way to start a show, I think, especially on a mailing it in show.
I feel like every mailing it in show should need a shot.
It should always start with a shot. That
There should be a shot every 15 minutes on a million in show.
probably we could time that out. I'll set an alarm.
Shot
Joe, you had something you wanted to talk about with us tonight.
Has anybody ever taken a vacation that went really like wild and a little bit crazy? When you get home, you're like, oh, that was a really interesting trip.
That wasn't wild and crazy, or was?
That was wild and crazy, or different,
Yes.
or like unique, and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've gone to the Sturgis motorcycle rally 5 separate times. Every time. Absolutely. I should be dead every single time when I get home. And I look, one of the times I went, I was there for, I think the longest I was there for was like 12 days. And the year before, I think I was there for 7 days. I drank so little water that year that I was there that if I just bumped into anything, my skin would tear.
Oh my
wow.
God.
It was really bad. I had like dry, like it was like a snake skin on my nose from just sunburn. It was very rough, but it was a very, very good time. And it was just like, it was one of those vacations that you could just keep on talking about with your best friend who was with me. Her and I could just talk about it all the time and just remember all the crazy people that we met and how much fun we had. And it was just absolutely ridiculous. And that's how I think vacation, really, if you don't need a vacation from your vacation when you get home, then did you really do it right?
You did it wrong.
Yeah, so
You
you're
don't need a
supposed to be
vacation.
exhausted after.
I always take an extra 3 days
Yes.
after my
You're
vacation.
like, I'll come home on a Sunday and not go back to work till Wednesday.
You cannot.
It's like,
Becca, I will have to say you actually did it wrong. You know why?
Why?
Because if you remember the things to talk about, you didn't do it right.
No, this, see,
Yeah, that's the 60s.
you think that you know what you're saying, but I had my best friend with me, so she remembered half that I couldn't remember, and I remembered the half she couldn't remember. So it was a combination of our.
Oh,
Is that the other half of the team of 2 girls and a dime?
That is who it is. Yes, it is the other half to my dime video.
That was the first time I met you. Was on that podcast.
That was I've showed some people that, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yes.
Swallowing dimes. It did
So
sound
I
like
saw that
a
video.
dirty joke though when you first said it. 2 girls, 1 dime.
I saw that video after I met you, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
I'm a little
Like,
wild
yeah.
and crazy sometimes.
Back
I was
then,
like, I gotta hang out with her more often.
I've not tried to swallow dimes in a very long time.
I think
Well,
we should move
that's
on
a
to
good thing.
We should move on to nickels and quarters.
No, because I couldn't swallow the dime. The dime was we couldn't even do that.
I know.
Now we did convince other people to do it. I'm
That's
serious.
even funnier.
We convinced other people because we're like, we couldn't do it. We don't know why we couldn't do it. And they're like, surely to God. And they'd swallow it. And we're like,
It's nice knowing you.
have fun with the change in your stomach.
yeah, so I'm less worried about it being changed, but like how dirty it is because it's passed around so much. I'm like, I hope your immune system is good because
McNew,
She did
that's
it
what
with
you
a
keep
shot of
it
alcohol. It was
Well,
fine. It was
American coins, the way they're made, the metals they use don't hold a lot of bacteria on them.
oh well, that's good to know because I just
Yeah.
assume everything's very dirty.
That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
It's great news, you know.
Yeah. Did anyone
Yeah,
else
but
have a crazy vacation like that? We're actually still on small talk.
Yes.
Out.
So
Heidi?
I will
Been too
not.
great.
I will not say where we were, but the first real vacation that Jim and I went on, we went out of the country, and we were having a great time, and we wound up going down to the beach, and you know those like bed, like bungalow things that you can like
Cabana?
rent out during the day.
The cabana? The day
Yeah.
beds?
Yeah, but they had it's like a king size bed.
Yeah, the cabanas. And they've got like a
Yeah.
thing over top.
So we start like making out on one of those.
Where is this story going? I am unsure. Okay, go on.
No.
Boom,
The
chicka ching ching,
sidewalk.
chicka chicka ching.
The guy walks up because of where we're at, the country we're in, and he's got like an AK on his.
47?
It's like, what are you doing? And Jim pays him like $50 and says, walk away. And the guy's like, okay. And he walks away. But I was like, should we just go back to the hotel room? And he was like, no, we're fine. We're fine. I'm pretty sure that guy just like walked like 10 feet.
And then watch the show.
Watched everything that was going on. But like, that's the only time that I ever felt like it was dangerous. Like I could have gotten shot. Like something could have happened bad.
Yeah, I mean there was an AK-47, so yeah, that would.
I know. But it was like kind of invigorating all at once. And
It was good for what they were up to.
Apparently, it
Yeah,
had
it's
some sort of weird
It
kink
added
to
some
Heidi's life.
excitement.
The things that Jim has to do now, though, have gotten a little bit weird. You ever had? What kind of vacation have you had that you're like, holy shit, that was a vacation?
Yeah. Literally every time I've been to New Orleans, people fill in a lot of blanks for me. Every single time. It does not matter what I am here for. Every single time I black out in New Orleans. Like which is terrifying because I'm like still a whole body up, walking, talking, doing things.
I recall you.
Yes.
I recall you doing this.
I don't remember any of it.
I
Even when you
recall.
fall down, even when you fall down and get back up, you're still
Yeah.
coherent.
No, like I wake up covered in bruises every morning that I wake up there, and I'm like, must have fell or tripped on something. No recollection whatsoever. It's New Orleans every damn time. It just gets me.
It's New Orleans. Danny or Freddie, you have any ridiculous vacation that you were amazed by when you got home?
Well, I will tell you the story of Freddie Mills here.
Love Freddie Mills.
Okay, we got an hour.
All right, hold on. This is going to be good. I got to sit back. For
Wait, we need to take another
I
shot.
think we need to take another
Yeah,
shot.
let's take another shot first.
Hold on, Freddie.
You got to do a 9-ounce or it doesn't count.
Not a 9 ounce.
No. So Freddie Mills.
I think
Vacation
we all need to do a 9-ounce shot to make the show complete.
I gotta wake up
Everybody.
at 5, Danny. That is not happening for me today.
Okay, Danny, you're allowed to tell your story now that we're getting liquored up.
We're ready for it.
It might make more sense.
All right. Well, the wife decides to go on this girls' cruise with her sister because her sister graduated college for an engineering thing.
Let's
Whatever.
let's take a few of the details out of this story, Danny.
Okay.
Let's,
All right.
Let's
Move it
get
on.
to the- let's get
Well,
to the meat of
Get to
this
the
story.
vacation.
On a trip.
Okay.
We got it.
So basically, the wife takes a girls' trip out. I turn around and tell her, okay, I'll take the kids and I'll go down to Texas to visit my family. Okay, well, my parents offered to turn around and watch my children and I can go out and have some fun. Well,
Oh,
I
shit.
get with my uncle that has been in and out of prison very often.
This is fucking story.
And I end up with this prison tattoo, basically.
Oh, I forgot about the prison tattoo.
My story's not even going to make it.
The wolf. The wolf tattoo.
Yes. Yeah, you could see the
This is it redone. This is the redone version of the wolf.
Okay.
redone. I don't have the I don't know how to put the actual
Danny, don't
version
you
on
do
this,
that right
but
now.
Steve
Sure.
has both pictures. So that's
A wolf tattoo is really.
Right.
Oh,
That's,
I've seen this picture and I did not
It's
know what the picture was.
yes.
the wolf tattoo's bad. Joe,
Mhm.
what is your trip?
It was actually a family vacation, and we took a road trip from New York to New Mexico. And the reason we went to New Mexico was I wanted to drive into Mexico and buy Cuban cigars. We were staying outside of we were in Ruidoso, New Mexico, which is just outside of what's the UFO capital there? I can't remember the name right now.
Area 51? Roswell.
Roswell. We were like literally 20 miles from Roswell. But we then drove to New Mexico. We got 2 flat tires on the way because the one time I let my wife drive, she hit a 2x4 in the road and got flats. So she wasn't allowed to drive anymore. We rented a van with a VCR so the kids could watch TV in the back. Then we drove to Mexico the next day. And as soon as we crossed the border, this kid comes up and says, "What do you want?" I said, "I want cigars." He says, "Follow me." So we follow this guy to this little shop, and my wife and kids won't get out of the car because he's saying, "They're going to rob us. They're going to rob us." So anyway, we ended up driving around. We went back there. I bought my cigars. We went home, and there was a place that was called the Rattlesnake Pit. And I don't know if you ever saw Terminator 2. There's a scene where she gets her weapons in the middle of the desert. That's what it looked like.
Oh my God.
And they had a pit filled with rattlesnakes. And they
Hence
would,
the name.
for a quarter a piece, you would get a balloon to put on the end of a fishing hook, fishing rod with like a little clip on the end. And You would drop the balloons in there, and the snakes would pop the balloons. They would sense the heat and pop them. So we did this, and I must have like rubbed the venom in my eye. And by the time I got home, my eye is itching. And I woke up the next morning, and my eye would not open. It was like closed. I mean, it was like shut. So my wife, who was at the time was a nurse, now she's a doctor. She calls the emergency room, and she says to them, "My husband has rattlesnake venom in his eye." They think, she says, that I was bitten in the eye by a rattlesnake. So we get to the hospital. There's literally 25 people outside waiting for me. And they grab me, they drag me in, and they bring me in. And the doctor is wearing his jeans tucked into his boots with a bolo tie and a cowboy hat. And he's
Texas style.
right, and he's looking at my eye, and he can't do anything for me. And they realize that I didn't get bitten in the eye. He says, "Well, you know, venom shouldn't really bother you. Can drink rattlesnake venom; it won't kill you." Going back, the guy that we met at the place, he has this rattlesnake on his cowboy hat that's like the size of my fist that bit him in the leg. And he said, "I went down the mountain writing my will after I killed it to make sure I got the venom out, and they saved him." And anyway, going back to the story, so they'd send me to the hospital because there's something that they can't take care of. So they send me to a specialist who tells me that I have this bacteria in my eye now that's heading towards my brain. And we were leaving the next morning. So they were like, if at any point this seems to, I'm on like heavy duty antibiotics they gave me. They go, if any time between here and when you get back to New York, which took us like 2.5 days, says just pull off wherever you are and go to any hospital because this is heading towards your brain, this infection, if you don't take care of it. So we're driving and we're heading through Texas now in the Panhandle, and we're doing like 95 miles an hour. People are passing us by and giving my wife at the time, who was driving, the finger, like, fucking people. So I turn the radio on, and it says there's a tornado warning for the town of Twisby. And as they say that, it says entering the town of Twisby. Along Route 66. We're on fucking Route 66. So now I'm like you can look at the sky. You can almost get up on the roof of the van and touch it. That's how low the sky looked.
God.
Like, part of me is saying it'd be really cool to see a tornado, but not so close. But we never got to see the tornado. All the way home, it was raining. We hit St. Louis, and all of a sudden, it stopped raining, and the sky opened up, and there were 4 rainbows all around the arch as we were going over the arch. And it was like finally there's like this beautiful thing that was happening, that this trauma was over. And by the time I got home, nobody would have known that I had had venom in my eye. My eye was cleared up. And I took pictures of myself. My whole face was like twisted. It's like bent from having happened. So that was that vacation.
That is a wild story, Joe. So
Yeah.
literally, you could sum it up with you endangered your whole family and almost killed yourself for Cuban cigars.
You should
The Cuban cigars were not
Never had a
the
Cuban, McNew.
It was the snake pit that was the problem.
You should. I don't care. That should be a book.
And the best part was we took pictures of they had like stuffed rattlesnakes, like, big 8-foot snakes. And he put one on his shoulders and he's holding it. And I took a picture of him. And when we got home, I showed my mother-in-law. And my wife is from El Salvador, and she's like yelling at my wife in Spanish, like, and it turned out she thought the snake was real, and that how could you let your son hold it like that? And we were hysterical. We didn't tell her it was fake for like 2 hours. So no, he knew how to hold it. They taught him how to hold it the right way. You're crazy. What if it bit him?
This sounds like another version of The Hangover. Like,
Our own version of it.
like the family version, or not family, but like one of the guys, like whoever got married and they go on a vacation,
Right.
and like this is what happens on the vacation. Like,
And-
that's what this sounds like. This is a movie.
I did end up getting Cuban cigars, and I hid them like in the back of the truck, and they stopped us at customs coming back. And I didn't tell my kids that I bought the cigars because I knew they would be like, "Don't forget to tell them about the cigars," because they were like 4 and 5 at the time. So they go, "Why were you? You only were there for like 2 hours. What'd you go for?" So, we went to buy blankets. We bought like 4 Mexican blankets. He goes, "Okay, go ahead."
Wow.
You're making me think of all the times we went down to Tijuana when I lived in Yuma, Arizona with my parents, and they're like, no, we're just down here for vacation and to explore. And on the way back, like, I know they had shit in the car. I know.
Yeah.
Now I know, but at the time I didn't know.
What's the point of going if you don't have a little bit of
what was really interesting was my kids who were, like I said, 4, 5, 5, 6. We went to a mall, and there were kids younger than them working there, and they were like shocked to see these like kids. Go, why are they working? This is because people are poor here. Everybody works. They need to help their families out, and they had all this like money that we gave them. They were giving it away as we were going home to like the people that were begging along the when you go back to the border. And I'm like, wow, they really like hit home for them.
Aww.
That there's people that are worse off than they are.
Probably a good life lesson for the kids.
Yeah, it was. But I think it had more of an effect on my daughter because my daughter is very, very, empathic towards people. How she treats them. My son is just, like a big dick. Yeah. But to tell you the truth, I mean, it's more that he's a lot like me in that he has a sense of humor that's like pushes to the edge with people, and he's really good at it. But
Joe, more people should be able to call their kids dicks. A lot of people won't do it, and I appreciate it.
But you know what? I could call it to him, and he would agree with me.
If your kid's a dick, you just need to say.
But it's a fun. He's like but he's not. I mean, he's a nurse. He's actually a nurse, and he's like really compassionate with people. But when he's not working, he likes to be a dick. It's like that's his fun role.
On that note, what is everyone drinking tonight?
Oh, we didn't even get through this yet.
We got to that part of the show yet.
All right, we're going to do this as another shot.
No one has gotten something to drink yet. Heidi has to go and find a bottle. McNew, what are you sipping on, not in your shot?
So I'm just going to stick with the Wild Turkey 101 because I forgot to bring in more bottles, and I'm already taking shots of it, so...
Fantastic. Joe, what are you shooting and or otherwise?
I'm drinking a bottle. It's a single barrel picked from Gordon's Wine and Liquors in Boston. When I was there, I bought this. It's a Four Roses single barrel.
Nice.
And if anybody's interested, it's a OESF. I have no idea what that means, but there are people that are into that.
I'm not sure anyone knows what that means.
Get excited about them.
But do they actually know what they're excited about?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a website where you can go and find out what each one means. I don't have any idea if that really has any effect. But here it goes. Nothing.
It was something at least. Heidi, what did you go and grab? What new bottle you got with you?
You guys are such jackasses. So I got some yellow.
Us?
I got
she
some
yellow. She ran out to her trunk.
I did. Hold on.
The Yellowstone. Is it a fresh bottle, Heidi?
It is.
Oh,
of course it is.
She goes, you guys are real dicks.
I brought in a new bottle that I had in the trunk so it gets built up the pressure.
Let's hear it, Heidi.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Ooh. Whatever.
Freddie Mills.
You know what, Joe? It's all good, Joe. It's all good.
I know. I'm just having fun.
Freddie Mills is just doing Wild Turkey Screw Top.
Nice.
Well, Freddie Mills already passed out.
Freddie, you're gonna just drink it right out of the bottle and finish it?
So I have questions for Freddie Mills because Danny had a full bottle of the 101 back when we weren't looking, or
there went the bottle, folks. The whole bottle.
There it goes.
Down his gullet.
Oh, it's just down.
I am just drinking a sample of our own bourbon here. I don't have a cork pop. If I have to shoot it, I'll shoot it. If not, that's all.
Yeah, shoot it.
Well.
Shoot
it. Okay.
Come on.
All right, I'm gonna make a toast from the movie Jaws.
Toast.
Here's to the memory of Brenda Lee, who died at the age of 53, For 27 years, you kept a virginity. Not a bad record for this vicinity.
All right, when we get back, we're still mailing it in for the 3rd of July.
Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot in the greater St. Louis area. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only focuses on single barrels. We aren't open just yet, but our plan is to have the most diverse single barrel offerings from our many friends in the world of bourbon. By signing up for a weekly email, you will know our entire inventory we have on hand. In addition to single barrels, we'll have a tasting bar and a gift shop featuring logo merchandise for both the shop and the ABV network, as well as a full curriculum of bourbon education classes. Additionally, we'll use the gift shop to feature products from our partners in the world of bourbon, companies like Art Eatable Chocolates and Old Man Bay Signs. Head over to ABV Barrel Shop to sign up for our email and text distribution list so you can stay in the know. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent visits to Kentucky. Today, he's leading the way for young distillers making their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery combines family history, a look at what makes their products unique, and of course a tasting through their whiskeys, moonshines, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com and visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Together we're the Robinsons, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. We are still mailing it in. It is the 3rd of July. We're already celebrating. What is up, guys?
Yeah, we're doing a shot version of mailing it in.
I think it's time for another shot.
No.
Come on!
Joe is having a good Friday night.
I want to turn into my own version of Freddie Mills.
What is
He's
that?
passed out like 3 times.
What's
Freddie
that?
Mills has passed out like 3 times already. He already did the.
Yeah, tonight we've already had some Danny / Freddie nodding off.
Okay, we don't have to. Whatever.
We'll have another shot in 3 more minutes, just for Joe. We have to space it out a little bit.
Exactly.
Which is fine. So it's the 3rd of July when this is airing. What's everyone doing on the 3rd of July? Which
Well,
I think it's a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm working. Probably
I'm coming back from Maine.
Oh, come back from Maine?
Yes, I'm doing the Maine trip with the ABV, and I have to have the thing is if Misty cannot get anybody to cover her, she's got to go to work that night. We're fucked.
Oh,
So
gosh. My stomach.
Oh no.
the only sleep she's going to get is in a car.
Oh
And-
no.
Sometimes that's a good sleep, though. I love a car sleep.
I do
Oh,
too.
no.
I sleep fantastically in a car.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't sleep in a
Preferably
car.
not when I'm driving.
No.
Only when I'm driving, I fall asleep.
No, I cannot do the car sleep. I mean, I get tired. I can't stand it. I'm almost falling asleep, and I'm like, okay, fuck it. You know, you got to take over. No, I sleep for about 30 minutes. I'm done. I'm awake, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? No, this ain't working. I'm driving.
I
I
am
can't
not
do
a
it.
I'm not a nap taker. I can't take a nap at home. but I can nap like a motherfucker and wake up feeling so refreshed when I'm in a vehicle. That is the best nap of my entire life whenever I take a nap in a car. And it can be not even a moving car. I can just be taking a nap in a car, and that's going to be the best nap I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be like the adult version of a child seat in a car.
It's called the little thing you put around your neck.
Oh, like the headrest.
So you put me in the car.
The neck
I'll
pillow.
be in the car in the passenger seat, and if Jim's driving, he's good. And I'm like, I'm sorry, babe, because within 5 minutes, I am out like a light.
See, I feel like this is some information we should have known on previous shows when we were talking about road tripping.
We're picking our road
so
trip
fucking
partners.
Heidi's just gonna be asleep the whole road trip.
Yeah, well, you got Beka, Sue, and McNew. You guys stay awake, right?
Well, I stay awake most of the time. I'm generally an awake person in the car, unless I'm terribly hungover or it's just such a. I'll take a 30-minute nap sometimes, but that's it.
I just need to close my eyes for like half an hour sometimes.
Yeah, and it's nice, and then you're back at it and you're ready to rock and roll.
For me, I can drive if it's overnight. I can drive all night, but between like the hours of 2 and 4, I start getting sleepy from the sun like being in my eyes. So then, if I'm doing a road trip with my wife, I let her drive for half an hour. I just close my eyes, and then I'm totally refreshed.
No,
like I want to drive again.
Well, see, I don't understand how my wife does it. She can pull a 12-hour shift at night and then trying to stay awake all day. But then we go on that road trip. She may sleep. She may not. But then she passes out by 5 o'clock, and that's no fun. But anyway.
She's just on a different schedule than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Just,
The longest I ever drove straight through was 39 hours.
Ooh, where did you go?
New Mexico.
Jim always makes fun of me because, like, when we went down to New Orleans the first year, we had Paul in the car, and I sat in the back seat and I slept for 8 hours of the trip. True story.
Heidi's like an infant in the car. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you put her in a vehicle and she is asleep in 15 minutes.
What happens with us is I borrow books from the library to listen to in the car, and my wife will fall asleep 15 minutes into the drive. 4 hours go by before she wakes up, and I've got to listen to the same fucking book again.
No! Did she do that to you?
Well, she's like, "What happened? What happened?" I said, "Just put the book back and listen to it." You know, she's like, "No, I'm okay."
I'll tell you what, books on tape are the way to go when you're driving a vehicle. I listen to
Yeah.
all the Game of Thrones books.
That's all I do is listen to books on tape.
It will keep you awake. I've sat in my vehicle outside of my house for an hour just listening to see what is going to happen in the book.
When I work on my tomatoes and stuff, I put my headphones on. I walk around with my iPhone and listen
That
to
shit
books.
will put me to sleep.
yeah.
That you're listening to the wrong one.
Yeah, the wrong books.
No.
Wrong one.
I once listened to a book as I'm driving. We bought a house that was like, we lived in Long Island at the time. We bought a house upstate. And there's an exit called the Frog Bridge, and before it, there's one called Bell Boulevard. And I'm listening to this book, and it's this scene in the book where this surgeon is trying to save this person who's just been shot. And I was like so into the book, I got off the wrong fucking exit. And it took me 30 minutes to figure out how to get back to the highway to get back over the bridge.
Well, to be honest, Danny's listening to picture books, so.
Picture books. Heidi, what happened to you?
Yeah, Heidi.
I grew a beard.
Jim, you look like yourself finally.
She had to tap out for 1 second. She'll be right back. She asked me to stand in.
I think we need to do another shot.
Like Jim again. Jim,
Yeah.
you're morphing.
I am.
Yeah, we need to do another shot. Yeah, definitely.
It's shot time.
Shot time. Let's do it.
Shot time.
There's
Cheers.
the swingman with bulleted women.
Jim, did you shoot your whiskey?
Sure, I did.
No, you didn't.
We missed
Jim.
it.
No, you didn't.
Jim.
Come on, let's
Yeah,
see
Jim.
There you go.
it. Oh, yeah.
To be honest, I just shot Heidi's whiskey because I just poured a brand new tall pour, and I wasn't going to do a
But
two-thirds Jim Carrey shot. I didn't want to go Freddie Miller.
Jim, you poured a tall pour? Did you pour a 9-ounce pour?
No.
And it's not a tall pour.
Well, then it's not a full pour.
From now on, the only tall pour that exists.
I think we should fill up our Glen.
That is
It's
for like
Freddie Mills 9-ounce.
This will fill up the Glencairn to the top.
Did you do a two-handed pour? Like, they do like can I get 2 fingers?
I'll tell you what,
Can I get
Danny, I'll make you a deal. I'll do whatever pour you want me to do if you guarantee me Misty will give me the picture of you from that night.
Oh my
This
God!
is being recorded, so you're going to be full.
You are doing me dirty.
I am
doing dirty. You're playing.
I have a whole thing I want to do with that. So you whatever you want to do. Hey, by the way, on a side note, sorry to interrupt the podcast, but all your plumbing passed inspections today, so thank you very much.
Yeah, Danny.
Cool.
Who's plumbing?
Danny.
We believed in you, Danny.
Yeah.
We believed in you, Danny.
Freddie. He's Freddie now. That's why he's not answering. He's Freddie.
I'm sorry, Jim. I've got to interrupt this again, but was the floor okay, or do I need to come back out? What?
You guys, this should be a phone call.
Everything's good.
It's all good.
You guys, this should be a phone call.
Thought about mailing it in.
Podcast.
I'm going to leave now, but I just want to say I'm leaving.
Get the fuck out of here, Jim. You're ruining the vibe.
Nobody lays pipe like Danny.
Well, we're drinking here. We're drinking
We're
here.
not talking shop.
This is a drinking show.
Is anyone lighting off fireworks tonight? Is what I want to know.
No.
Yes.
No. Yes.
In my neighborhood, what happens is I'm in a town called Plattekill, and they have a park that's literally like a quarter mile from my house. They wait till the following weekend and have like a 40-minute fireworks display. So they wait for everybody else to get it done, and then the next week it's us. And years ago, I woke up one 4th of July morning. I said to my wife, let's take a road trip. So we got in the car, we drove to Vermont. We stopped at this place and we got a room, and the woman says, oh, are you here for the fireworks? I'm like, where are the fireworks? And they were literally around the corner. It's like this little tiny town, and they had like a rock band playing, and they had fireworks tonight. I said, I would love to live in a place that was like that. And we ended up moving into this town called Modena and found out that they were having a fireworks display that weekend, on the weekend of the 4th of July, and they have had it every year except for the first 2 years of the pandemic. They had it last year, was the first time they had it back again. And it's great. It's like 40 minutes long. I usually have people over to the house that day. We have a barbecue and have dinner, and we just take a walk over there and see the fireworks. And that's my 4th of July, but it's the week after, actually.
That's horrendous. I hate that.
Nice though.
It's a lot of fun. What's that? You hate that?
I hate that. Do you have 4th of July the next weekend?
Well, I can literally go like 2 miles away and see displays everywhere. I mean,
extra fireworks are always good. Like,
there's a bridge.
Fireworks, fantastic.
There's a bridge called Walkway on the Hudson. You can pay like $3 to actually stand on the bridge, and they shoot the fireworks right in front of you. Or you can go to the fairgrounds and watch them for free on the 4th of July. But then the following weekend, they do it at our neighborhood. So it's like 2 in a row you can get for the deal.
McNew, are you blasting off fireworks?
So I don't, but we have fun people. So we live in a good little cul-de-sac, boring neighborhood. But 2 streets over, there's people that love them, and they let them off. Like, honestly, Memorial Day to 4th of July, every weekend they are shooting off like the big aerial fireworks, and I love them. But you get on like these Facebook groups, and like all the Karens are like, I can't believe they're letting off fireworks, when like it's totally legal to do that in Indiana until 11 p.m. So they just bitch about it all summer. I love it. Like, I sit on my back deck.
I would love it.
I love fireworks.
It doesn't bother my dogs. So I set out back with my dogs, and we just watch the fireworks every weekend. And I'm so grateful for these people, because that shit's expensive and I'm not paying for it. And I just love the show.
My one dog hates them, and the other one is totally indifferent to the noise.
These dogs are so fazed by everything, do not care about fireworks. They just chill and watch them with me. I love it.
Did somebody say we need to do another shot?
Oh, no. Yeah, well, Joe's insisting.
I will agree with all this. I mean, the firework thing is pretty cool and everything else, but we're not up there yet. But this weekend kind of sucks for me because my wife surprised me with a surprise garage sale.
Surprised what?
Like this weekend or 4th of July weekend?
As we're recording
No,
weekend?
this weekend.
Oh,
So
yeah,
recording weekend, Danny is in charge of selling all of it. What she didn't tell him is that she put all of his bourbon bottles out for the yard sale.
No, she ain't.
I am there.
putting the
I
bourbon
am
bottles
there.
out. I will kill her.
All right, ready? Next shot.
Yep.
Premeditated is what we're cheersing to on this.
Exactly.
Whew. All right.
All right, we need to do 9 more.
No,
No.
9 more is probably
9 more.
not gonna happen.
9 more?
9 more.
I don't.
Heidi or Jim, whoever it is I'm talking to, I'm not sure at this point. They both look the same. Are you guys shooting out
Well, one's
fireworks?
got a beard
or
and one
you think
doesn't. I mean, it's not too
yeah.
hard to distinguish.
Well, the mustache gives it away.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. I got to get out of this one. I got to quit.
We would no, Freddie. Freddie, stay in.
Stay tough, Freddie. Stay tough.
It's okay, Freddie. Yes, we will light out fireworks.
Who is the lighter of the fireworks?
Jim is usually the lighter of the fireworks, but his son comes over and then he does it too.
Shooting out the fireworks.
But it's big. It's not like small.
I'm
like
sure Jim hears that all the time.
He has a whole like platform. What?
It's so big.
Information we didn't need to know, Heidi. It is so big.
Big and girthy. Anyway, he will go out and he will put everything. He has like this whole stand. That he puts things on.
Is it a swing or?
No.
Oh.
I wish it was a swing.
I didn't know. Hey, wait. Oh, we're talking about fireworks. Sorry.
Okay, we're talking about fireworks. Oh my god!
Right.
Anyway,
This turned into
anyway,
a shit
puts
show.
on a great display.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, Heidi. Jim's got a big fireworks stand that a
Next shot.
He's got a lot of girth to hold all the fireworks.
Would you say is it the 10 inches or the what size is he shooting off? I'm just wondering the size of his fireworks.
Oh my god, you're killing me!
About 2 inches.
2 inches, did you say?
22.
22.
22 inches. Okay.
22 inches.
We have 22-inch fireworks.
How are you walking, Heidi?
Yeah, that was gonna be my
Is it time for another shot?
Yeah.
We need one.
Hold on, I gotta pour some.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm happy that Danny caught my terrible jokes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody
Here we
take a
go.
shot. Come on.
Shot time.
Shot time.
Oh.
Come on. Everybody showed up. No, now if you shoot it
So,
without
the
everybody
fireworks go off.
cheering,
It's amazing.
I'm sure he
no
hears that all the
shit.
time as well afterwards.
It's amazing.
well, it is amazing when everybody's fireworks goes off. Well,
At the
that's
same
great.
time. Would you say this is one of the like a quick fireworks show or one of the one that like lasts for a long time and is
It lasts.
And then there's like this big explosion at the end.
It might.
there's always a grand finale, isn't there?
No.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
20 minutes later, boom.
Joe, stop.
Okay.
It's a fireworks show that takes its time.
Huh?
takes its time, and you're like thinking like the big finale is coming.
Yeah.
Right when you think it's done, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
And then it comes, and then there's another one. And it's-
And then it comes again.
Jim is he's a professional, apparently. Happy to hear it.
oh wait, Barley's getting excited.
That's what it's just like.
I'm
That's what the fireworks display is like here.
happy to hear that these fireworks displays are so fan-fucking-tastic. But on that note, we're gonna wrap this show up before it goes too far.
We're done already?
Like it, yes.
Really?
You say, I know it sounds like already, but yes, we're wrapping this one up.
Well, maybe we should end with one more shot before we go.
Okay,
Oh.
let's end with
Yes,
a
one more shot.
All
We'll
right.
say where you can find us.
But St. Charles has a great fireworks.
Everyone
finale.
has to take their shot when they are about to say what their handle is. So,
Okay.
Joe, where
Are you-
can we find you
Oh,
at?
You're making me go first. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at Bourbon_aficionado on Instagram. Cheers.
Cheers.
Danny, where can we find you at?
You can either find me at Danny Kennard at Facebook.com, or I may end up creating Freddie Mills. I don't know. Who gives a shit?
Fantastic news. Who gives a shit? Take your
he's
shot.
He's gonna be passed out in his basement.
Heidi Fosnot, or possibly Jim Fosnot. We don't know who you are. Where can we find you at?
It's the mustache, right?
It's the mustache, yeah.
The mustache, right?
You can find me at Facebook.
Is that what you said?
Heidi, where can we find you
Oh
at?
my god.
You can find me at Heidi Topel Eller on Facebook or on Instagram as Heller_Barrel Babe. And cheers.
Take your shot.
Yay.
Where can we find you at?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
That wasn't a full shot, McNew.
Take another one. Fill it up. Take another one.
That wasn't the full shot. Hey!
There you go.
There you go.
And as always, you can find me apparently forcing all my friends to take shots, as well as Joe here. You can also find me at Philly Family Distillery. You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think we should do one.
McNew, is there anything else that you would like to add on?
I do suck at taking shots, but I would like to remind the audience, just give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, everyone have a fantastic 3rd of July. Good night.
Hope you get
Or good
some
morning.
fireworks yourselves.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Peace.
I wanted to do peace.
Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com Call them at 217-254-6613 or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's upcoming Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.